A very good morning to Madam and my fellow friends. My name is Kwang Min Yao from Group 1. Today, me and my group member would like to have some discussion about the most important reason why grades should be exist. First of all, let all of us think about our school days. So what is your first opinion about the examination and the grades? I believe that almost all of us will say that I feel very stressed or frustrated with the examination or the grades. However, thinking about it now, grades play an important role in the journey of our life. This is because grades will improve the motivation of students to learn. For example, A-level students are encouraged by the grades they obtain and will keep study hard to maintain the good results. While scared for the student who get a low grades serve an important purpose. They make students feel responsibility for their works. So there are some experts believe that low grades are a good thing because they promote effort and diligence. Without the risk of getting a low grade, the level of effort and responsibility among the students can be dropped. As a result, while grades can be a source of anxiety, they also help students become a better learner. In this way, grades become an opportunity for achievement rather than a negative obstacle. With this, I would like to say that the most important reason why grades should be exist is because grades will increase the motivation among the student to learn. So that's all from me. How about you, Humar? What is your opinion about the reason why grades should be exist?
Thank you, Neil. Hi, my name is Huma Umaira bin Yusuf, and I think that grade should really exist because it has widespread impact. As we all know, the grade itself has been ingrained in our education system with all the ties to education. If we were to ban grades, then it can bring disaster into our education system. When I say this, it practically means that every education system needs grades to evaluate a student. For an example, when a college opens an admission offer, they usually will be based on students' grade to see the student themselves deserve to be accepted into their college or not. Also, it is to determine if they can carry all the subjects when they intended to take a certain course. Well, I can say that not just for college admission offer, grades are also typically the main consideration in evaluation, such as for scholarships and entrance into degree, also for graded programs. Even though grade may be the cause for grade inflation, but we can't deny the need of it in our life, especially if we want a student to have quality. Therefore, in my opinion, grades should exist because it will be the mark for those who deserve the title. How about you, Ideal? What your opinion about this topic?
Assalamualaikum and good morning. Thank you, Hulma. So for me, I think grade should exist because if you get good grades, they get the opportunity to enter first class college and even first class university. Many students did not know that the requirement to pursue studies is based on their grade. As a student, of course, we want to continue our studies to top university. For example, Stanford University, University of Cambridge, and Harvard University. Even myself, I would love to pursue my studies to University of Oxford, one of the best university in the world. But your grade point average CGPA is the first thing that institution of high learning consider whenever they decide to admit or deny your student application. Your extracurricular activities are the factor to boost your chance to get into university. Moreover, experienced admission officer knows that grade, good grade predicts success in advanced work better than do test score. They can afford to take only the best. So for me, grade should exist because it opens a door to enter college and university. So thank you. What about you, Aisha?
Um, Thank you, Aidil. Good morning, everyone. My name is Siti Nur Aisyah binti Muhammad Syaril. In my point of view, grade should exist because it can help to identify the level of understanding of the lesson learning for the student. This grading system enables students to have a clear idea about their strengths and weaknesses on a certain topic. For example, student can learn about the subject in which they are weak. Therefore, they will work on the weaknesses into the strength. For their strength, they can polish it and take it to the next level. Besides that, teacher can also help the student by paying more attention towards students' weaknesses by giving an extra exercise for the topic that student is weak on. That is why I believe that grades can play an important role in order to motivate students as they can put an effort to improve their ranking as well as achieve a good result. What about your opinion, Zahrul?
Thank you, Isha. Okay. My name is Muhammad Azrul Khan. Good morning, and hi to all my fellow groupmates. Okay, I believe grades should exist because grades are crucial markers of academic accomplishment. Okay, for example, how do educators want to measure their student level or stage if not through these grading things? They cannot like random. They cannot guess like what the student capability. Okay, this also will prove to educators that students love the subject by getting good grades. Okay, the more love for the subject, the better grades that can be achieved by them. Okay, with the presence of grades, educator will get an idea about the student. Some students may lack in physics instead of chemistry, while other students lack in chemistry instead of physics. That for example. Okay, one more thing. If most students get low grades, then the educator will notice that maybe their way of teaching cannot be accepted by students. They must find another way to adapt with the student to make sure that the student understand what they are teaching. Okay. Furthermore, with these grading things, educator can improvise their way of teaching to make sure students will be confident and get good grades in study. For example, universities are more likely to accept students with good grades. This is because they know that students with good grades are better in managing their time. Okay, that's all in my opinion. Thank you.
After listening to everyone's opinions, I really agree with Aisha's point said that the most important reason why grade should be exist is because students can get to know about their strengths and weakness from the grades. It gives the students some sense of how the performance has been on the whole. Consider all the things did he did well or poor. A bad grades on certain tests gives students a clear idea about their weakness and what area that they need to have improvement. Last but not least, grades still can be used as a reference for the high school graduates to fill out the college application form. The high school graduate students can apply for courses that related to the subjects that they are good at based on their grades. So this can help them to do more with less. So that is my opinion. How about you, Zaru? Do you agree with me that Aisha point is the most important reason why grade should be exist?
Thank you, Ming Yao. But in my point of view, I'm not quite agree with Aisha's point, but I couldn't agree more with your point that you stated before this. Okay, motivation is everything for students. With lack of motivation, students will feel stressed out and really passive in classes, for example. Okay, um, this also will make educators not really happy when they are teaching. Okay, in behalf of students, when they feel burnt out, they can't do anything else, including study. Study is they play a great role in our mindset. Okay, I appoint myself, for example, when I want to achieve good grades, I need to strive more harder, and that will increase my motivation. We can assure that motivation is everything in order to achieve better grades. Motivation is all that we need. Okay, thank you. That's from my opinion. What about Aisha? Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Zarul. For me, I do agree with Min Yao point, which is grade will improve the motivation of student to learn. This is because failing shouldn't be seen as an identity, but it should be seen as an opportunity to open door to improve and grow to be better. This is because if the student get a low grades, it can help them to motivate them to try their best in every exam to achieve a good result. Likewise, for the average or higher grades student, it helps student to boost their confidence. When a student sees their effort leads to better grades, they will be more motivated to keep up a good work. This is because the better they do, the more confident they will become. Since every student have their own dream job, they need to work for it to achieve their dream job. Therefore, every students need a motivation to achieve their own goal for a better future. How about you, Uma? Do you agree with me?
Thank you, Aisha. Well, me personally, I think I will agree with your point, the one that says grade should exist so that students can know about their strengths and weaknesses. When we think back, it is true that student needs to know what they are lacking of. This is in order to keep themselves always on track. Um, Me personally as a student, I need something to tell me where I stood now. Um, if I need to improve myself, like I will want to know my weaknesses and strengths in every subject that I take, so that I know which subject that I need to put much more attention on, and which subject that I should be satisfied with, and maybe try to make it better. Um, how about your idea? Which point that you agree the most?
For me, I think, in my opinion, I agree with Min Yao point, which is grading can boost the student motivation to learn. Everyone knows that what is grades mean, which everyone knows what grades mean. Receiving an A is success, and F is a failure. Grading make it easy for students to understand where they stand in a class or a or in a particular subject. it helps students to get know their level acknowledged. For example, in academic performance, if the student is having a low grades in a particular subject or area of study, that means that student does not have sufficient knowledge about that subject. Furthermore, therefore, it's up to that student to expand with hardworking, discipline, and the ability in Excel to score and maintain good grades. So I believe that Ming Yao points is the most important reason why grade should exist is because grade will improve the motivation of student to learn.
As a result from this session, there are three of us who agree with Ming Yao's point. We say that grades should exist because it can improve the motivation if student for student to learn. I believe that students are the pilot of our country. They will bring us to get a bright future. Hence, it is our responsibility to make sure all students can get a good study environment and flying colors in the examination. So at here, I would like to conclude that the most important reason why grade should be existed is because grade can improve the motivation of students to learn. With that, we should end our discussion. Thank you.